this video, I want to show you how to use ray tracing to figure out where an image is. Now we're going to do it with a concave mirror. It's actually the same procedure no matter whether we're doing concave mirror, convex mirror, or a lens. So the idea is, we've got a concave mirror here, and I put some object out here in front of the concave mirror. So when I put the object here, it will form an image somewhere. And we have to figure out where that image is going to be. And the way you do that is you send out rays from the object to the mirror and figure out what happens to them. Now there are actually an infinite number of rays that come out. You know, I could have drawn any number of rays all the way through here that will come out and hit the mirror. The best choices are one of these three right here. These are called the three principal rays. Now, the principal rays, there's one that's called the parallel ray. It's called the parallel ray because if this is the center line, the principal axis of that mirror, which means it's the center of the mirror lined up perpendicular to it. So if you are looking at the principal axis of the mirror, the parallel ray comes in parallel to the principal axis. If you come in parallel here, remember with the lasers pointing into this, you can see that all of the parallel rays that came in all met at the same focal point, F. So if you mark the focal point with an F, this horizontal parallel line comes in, it will bounce off the surface of the mirror and go back through F, and then just continue along. So you can draw that line in. Another good one to draw is a focal ray that goes through F. And remember I showed before with the plane mirror that that all of the rays are reversible. If you look at this purple ray backwards, if it came in parallel, it would come out and go back through that focal point, okay? So if any light comes from the top of the object, passes through the focal point, hits the mirror, it's going to come out parallel. So that's a second one that you can use. And you can see that those two lines cross at one point. That's enough to figure out where the image is at. Sometimes one of those lines is difficult to draw. So there's a third one that's also easy. It's called the center ray. So if you draw a line from, again, the same point on the object and go through the center for this mirror, if that light hits the mirror, it came from the center of the mirror and hit, so it's going to bounce right back in the same direction. So that is another one that's easy to draw. If you have the center point, you can just draw a line from there to the mirror and back right through the center point. And you can see that all three of those lines hit in the same place. So this object will form an image here where all those lines come back.